everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they match up with Jared Goff in the NFC champion LA Rams. Kickoff is moments away, so let's get you out to our commentators. And standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle a couple of seasons ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. They ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abuka came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Now it's Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Goff over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Markevius Kiki Mingo is one of those versatile outside linebackers who can rush the passer as a defensive end, yet drop into coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Back to throw, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hekker is on to punt for L.A. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. On is the punter, Hekker, as he gets this one away.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, Wilson escaping the pressure, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. 7 yards on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jared Goff and the NFC champs, they get ready to begin this drive. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go!
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Mike, we go. Mike, play. Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, sensing the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Hot. 180. Push him back. Push him back.
On first down, it's Gurley. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Mike, on. Mike 20. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. What's up?
Here's the third-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Bound to lose one.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 right at the 30. Wilson now following the fumble recovery. He'll throw. He'll find Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And time now for the Seahawk defense to take their spots again on the field. And so far, their game plan, whatever it's been on this side of the football, working pretty well.
And I like where you went there, the game plan. You know that they spent all week watching tape, evaluating, putting together that game plan that they thought would be effective. But there's nothing like seeing it actually work on game day. What we're seeing here, wow, what a performance by them so far.
Goff will lead the Rams out here 1st and 10 at their own 24. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying. And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Goff, and that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Goff now looking to throw.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 87 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
7 yards there and a first down. Goff now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Goff. This one to the left to Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Goff now looks to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quentin Jefferson. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he go?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Following the fumble recovery, Wilson going for Metcalf up. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Now Myers for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Next to score, Seahawks, 41.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They got a man. It's Woods. Yeah, he will have a first down here at about the 40. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
59's Mike, 59's Mike, check.
To throw is Wilson. Following a fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally, and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Goff on the draw play to Henderson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. To throw is Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now Wilson. It's caught right side. Dixon. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
He's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. And his pass incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Wilson will throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Break we go. 180. 54 Mike. Right here. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's got Higbee complete right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, They just try to find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Looking again in the direction of Woods, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense? We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 44, Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go. Black 20. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey. Goes up.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He was taken down by K.J. White.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10.
180. Mike 50. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Wilson eluding the pressure. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Normally, this is a surprise. A quarterback scoring on a long run and not getting chased down by the defense. But the athleticism and speed of the quarterback position gets better every year.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now Goff. 11 yards there, first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Looking again in the direction of Woods. And now it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw, Goff. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Yards to go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Goff on 1st down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, They'll call the timeout. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Check, 59. It's been a long day for you.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, this first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. getting set to go again here. Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Lockett. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 37. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for...
And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down. On first down, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now it's gone. And that will be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And the yardage just continues to pile up. We're still in the 3rd quarter. He's had a heck of a game.
Keep your calculator handy because these numbers are skyrocketing. Loving watching what he's doing right now because, what do we call it, in the zone?
He's in the zone.
I think he's in the zone plus right now. Everything is like a laser.
See if he can stay in that zone. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the pick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
That because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them. And
it's caught at the 10. Touchdown, LA! Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. He has gets his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the 3rd quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
Well, what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No. We're not getting that deep. But counting this up, we might need a few extra people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does here on this drive. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Seahawks 62, Rams 34.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby. 15. Check back 15. Night, sweetheart.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13
Goff now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Too little, cupcake.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 3rd down, Carson, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Rams getting set to go now. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
7 yards there and a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb it.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Myers' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he's got another field goal, his fourth now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with us. And it's a fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All day, baby. All day.
Following the fumble recovery, Wilson, and the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here's Wilson, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And Dixon has it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Seahawks on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the...
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, two hands.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. It's a 10-yard touchdown run, and this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football.
Come on, fellas.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Here we go. 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. But hold everything. Did they rough the kicker here? Looked like they might have. Let's see. So forget the field goal. Give them the first on that penalty.
How about that? That's one way to pick it up, but that's doing it the hard way. But they'll accept it.
Now Goff on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 31 yards. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And Unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Zerline good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This is taken at the 3. A strong running. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On, 180. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, D. Here I come.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jaron Reed picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
A Escaping the pressure right. Flushed it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sampson Abukum. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They run for it with Carson. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 72 yards. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S, because I don't care if you're a great tackler. You had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and goal, Goff, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Zerline now for the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Telling us stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep him here.
Wilson, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again here, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Green 80. Check, 59. Know your job. Flip.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 28-yard.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. On the other side, they've had trouble stopping him not only on the ground but through the air. He's hit the century mark running the ball. He's approaching that receiving it.
I'm starting to think, Brandon, we're going to have to start judging running backs by a little bit different standard. And we know the gold standard now is 1,000 yards running the football. But I think we've got to start looking at all-purpose yards, yards from scrimmage. That's probably a better measure of what you're getting from these backs because look at the game we're getting here. He's run it well, but overall his damage has been done catching it.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if that will continue. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offensive backfield has been something else in this game.
27 yards there, a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 34 yards. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. It's hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 30 on 2nd down, Goff throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Like 20. So we got man.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Come on, let's go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Wilson now, going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.